He mentioned that it is the UK's long-standing policy to support a two-state solution. It's also the UK's long-standing policy to differentiate between Israel and the occupied territories. The UK also endorsed UN Resolution 2334. So why is there no differentiation in this bill between Israel and the occupied territories? And does that not actually increase the risk of anti-Semitism?
No, they are actually separated in the bill. I'm afraid the Honourable Lady is wrong. I'm happy to give way to
She talks about when she has visited Israel or Palestine, as I've done regularly involved in the breast cancer projects I'm involved with in Gaza and the West Bank. And the thing is, settlements are illegal under international law. They have been condemned by this government in the past. And obviously, both companies, pension funds and councils and devolved governments who try to act ethically and do not wish to purchase settlement goods which are illegal would be floored by that clause. How does that match with current UK policy?
I hope as the debate goes on that there may be an answer to this, but I have to confess so far I'm at a loss as to what it might be. Where does it leave our commitment to international law, given that it cuts across UN resolutions, as members opposite have highlighted, and weakens Britain's stated support for a two-state solution, as my honourable friend has said?
Is it not an issue to actually use the term boycotting with regards to settlements on the basis that they are illegal under international law and therefore no public body should be investing in them or making profit from them?
Well said. I think inherently, of course, there is a very valid point being made there, and that I think is, however, potentially a different discussion point. But yes, there is a fundamental question around whether or not we should be boycotting and whether we should be bringing goods. As the House knows, I have been very vocal in making sure that goods that come from genocide are not imported from across China, and we have to have a standard response across all countries.
But does the gagging clause within it, which would actually stifle debate and discussion about policy, not also fit what we've seen over the last year or so in the Public Order Act, in the seizing of almost every power to hold a government to account into the executive itself, whether it's from the judiciary, voters, protesters, or even ourselves as MPs through Brexit, post-Brexit legislation?
Madam Deputy Speaker, trade unions, workers who decide to take strike action, yes, we know who the government's enemies are because they've been legislating against their enemies in the last year since they crashed the economy last year.